As entrepreneurs and business leaders, we often prioritize our work above everything else. And that causes us to just sacrifice health and well-being in the pursuit of success. What if I told you that neglecting your health is actually limiting your business growth? In this video, we'll discuss the top reason why ignoring your health can hold you back. And I want to offer just some practical strategies from just being in the trenches for the last 2 decades of what I found that works for me and why I think and believe you need to prioritize your well-being and your health so you can achieve your business goals. All right. Hey guys, welcome back. If this is your first time watching, I'm James Simpson, your high performance coach, and I'm the CEO of Go Beyond Great. So first, let's just jump into it. I want to talk about why we ignore our health. And because honestly, we all lie to ourselves. You know what we do? We say, we don't have time. I hear it. I've run a health and wellness business for 2 decades. So not only have I heard it from a variety of people in corporate America, a variety of entrepreneurs, I hear it from everybody. I don't have time. Got the same 24 hours everybody else has? What do you mean you don't have it? Yes, you actually do. The one thing you do have is time. Now, what I believe and what I've discovered, and this is from training well over 10, 15,000 people. I say that because I stopped counting years ago. And when I hit 10,000, I was like, okay, this is enough. I've trained this many people. I've seen this many results. What is really holding people back? It's a lack of priorities. Okay? So, and I've seen it. I've seen it from collegiate athletes. I've seen it from professional athletes. It's like once you're done, you're done. And then you move into business. And business now becomes my new arena, especially for athletes. It's like, you know what? A large percentage of those people are like, this is my new competitive thing, my new competitive advantage. This is my edge. This is my drug of choice. This is my new high. So I shift my priorities, and my priorities are often shifted. Why? Because my environment is shifted. So all my internet-based entrepreneurs, you're working from the house. You got a laptop, you got a tablet, and you're getting it done. You are not waking up and changing clothes. You're like, look, I can work from my bed in my pajamas. So that being the case, the environment hasn't shifted. Do you have a treadmill in your bedroom? Now, I know this is the Peloton age. This is the digital age. Some of you are like, oh, I'm going to work on my Peloton. And there's something to be said about getting it done at home, but there's also something to be said about getting outside of your house, really taking charge and setting that circadian rhythm by getting some exposure to sunlight and realizing there are humans on the other side of that door. There's a world on that other side of that door. So when I do that, I've immediately shifted and prioritized my health and said it's just as, if not more important than my business. If I don't do that, if I don't put this on a scale and say, look, business, life, everything else. If I keep stacking business, it's gonna eventually have all the weight on one side. And as much as I say my health's important, the gym is important, all these things are important, I can see it really isn't as important as I say because I keep prioritizing, I got to make money. I got to pay bills. I got to hit my goals. What about your personal goals? And see, this happens because people create business goals first instead of creating life goals first. And then they find out they have a business and their life is revolving around their business when it should be they have a life and their business revolves around their life. But you have to watch a whole nother video for that one. Here's the thing. I need you to understand you cannot ignore your health. If you do so, over time, just like anything else that you ignore, you do it long enough, eventually it's going to come back kicking and screaming and saying, listen, I demand your attention. And I'm telling you this from personally. I did this. I got COVID last year. Should have scheduled a doctor's appointment shortly thereafter. And then all of a sudden, I didn't sleep at all for about 10 days. I'm talking at most dozing off for 15, 20 minutes at a time. So I went from blood pressure normal, health normal, sleep normal. And I say normal as it is. I was getting low end on an entrepreneur 4 hours of sleep, but I was getting about an average of 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night. And I can function off of 6.5 really well. I feel good on 6.5 hours of sleep. 4 wasn't healthy, but I was at least getting 4 hours, 5 hours. Those are my bad nights. And then I went to no hours and didn't realize that led to this led to this led to this. Next thing you know, by the time I can get in to see a doctor, it's 6 months later, you've got this, you've got sleep apnea, you've got this going on, and I'm like, what? What in the world is all this stuff? Lack of priorities. I was so focused on building this, doing this, and I'm like, oh, I'll get to it. It's not that serious. Your health is serious. We've heard the expression, what? Health is wealth. That has a double meaning for me now. So as the literal meaning that your health is extremely important, but it has also that double meaning of, listen, I can't, not only is my health extremely important, I can't even become wealthy or achieve wealth or increase my wealth if my health is preventing me from doing so. So I had to sit back and go, wait a second. I got to do something about this. So let's talk about the benefits of me changing and reprioritizing. The first thing I did is I started creating boundaries around a lot of things in my life. I had a lot of just poor habits when it came to my sleep health. So I had to start creating boundaries around when I put my devices down, my phone, my tablet, my laptop. And those things are difficult. It's difficult, especially if you're a person that communicates or talks to people in the evening. It becomes extremely challenging because it's what? Reprioritization. So it starts to frustrate you. It starts to frustrate people in your life, friends, family, loved ones, because what? Those priorities and boundaries cause us to make boundaries suck no matter what, no matter who you are. Don't get me wrong, great in the long run, but short run, they don't feel good. So the benefits, though, far outweighed what seemed like the current boundary or disadvantage. They didn't, like I said, they didn't feel good in the beginning, but all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, let me pay attention. So I immediately went on a fast. I went on a 7-day fast. Then all of a sudden I'm starting to sleep again. I was like, okay, well, this is related to this. This is related to this. Let's lose a few pounds here. Let's reduce inches in waistline here. Let's do that. Started sleeping. Okay, so when I prioritize me and my health over the results of my business, and guys, this was difficult. If I'm honest, as a high performance coach, it was really challenging. I'm constantly feeling like I have more to give and I'm not doing enough. So I had to realize, wait, I'm not doing enough of the right stuff. And that's where I had to reprioritize. It's like, wait, here are all the things on your to-do list. Here are the things that these things matter. So I made the list of things that matter and encourage you to do the same. Not the things I have to do, what matters. So I said, okay, this matters. So I focused on that and I did that. And that's where things started to shift for me. My life, prioritizing what I really need, not the business, my life. So the benefits of that became, oh man, the list goes on and on because now, first of all, I'm getting some sleep. After I get sleep, now my brain, I'm able to think. After I'm thinking, now my creativity is getting unlocked. Now I'm having great ideas. Now all of this, the business is doing nothing but reaping the benefits. That's one of the biggest benefits. The business reaping the benefits of a renewed brain. Me being able to tap in and go, wait a second. You're getting the best version of me now showing up as a business owner. Once you start reprioritizing these things in your health and saying, listen, my health is important, your business starts to benefit because it gets a healthier version of you. So I want to talk to you about how to fix this. Number one, I want you got your to-do list over here, right? All these things you need to get done in business. I want to know what it looks like to be the best version of yourself, okay? And I'm talking about sleep. I'm talking about food. When do you feel your best nutritionally? I'm talking about rest. How much sleep do you need? Do you need a nap? Do you really need to check your phone first thing in the morning? We already can see there's so much data and science around dopamine levels connected to the first thing we do when we wake up. The amount of dopamine release is based on what we do when we wake up. And the majority of you guys are checking your cell phone as soon as you wake up. That's going to give you a decreased dopamine response. And then you're wondering why you don't feel like conquering your day. Why you don't feel up to the task. Why you don't feel motivated. Why you don't feel, I have such a lack of energy. I wonder why. So when you start reprioritizing things and restructuring these things by writing not only the to-do list for business, but writing out what do I need to do for me? What causes fulfillment for me? Do I feel better 15 pounds lighter, 20 pounds lighter? Some of you say, I don't know, I haven't been 20 pounds lighter. Let's try it. I can tell you this, everyone feels better 20 pounds lighter. And we're not talking about people who are at their weight goal. We're talking about people who, health-wise, say, listen, I've been 20 pounds lighter. Yes, because you had to pass that number to get there. So if you know you're a little overweight or you say, okay, my health here isn't where I needed to be. Okay, maybe it's blood pressure. Maybe it's cholesterol. Maybe it's a vitamin mineral. I'm not sure what it is, but I want to tell you, in order to fix it, you have to identify it. And you write those things down, and then you say, okay, I'm going to prioritize one of the things on this list, whether it's getting sleep, whether it's eating 4 times a day, whether it's eating more fruits and vegetables, whether it's not eating sugar. That could be huge. Committing to not eating sugar for 7 days. Committing to not eating anything processed coming out of a package for 7 days. You start doing those things, you just start realizing this effect is a compound effect. I start sleeping better. My skin, my hair, my nails, all those things start to look better, feel better, more energy, more focus, increased. Everything starts to increase. You become a better version of yourself. Once you start fixing those things by identifying this is the list, I'm going to work on one of these every week. Just focus on it for three days. Turn those 3 days into some discipline. Become 7 days. Then after 7 days, go, okay, maybe I can add something else. Roughly around 7 to 10 days is where you're like, okay, doing good with this. No sugar. Let's now go to no bread. Now let's go to no processed foods. Now let's go to no caffeine in the first 2 hours of waking up. Let's drink caffeine at hour 3. Let's drink caffeine at hour 4. Let's drink, half my body weight in ounces of water. So we just keep adding to that list. Then it becomes a holistic list of what? Prioritizing myself. Now, when you go down this list and you do these things, I promise you, your business will start to grow because guess who's running the business? The best version of yourself. So do this, and I want to know. I want you to comment. I want you to let me know what the most challenging thing was. Not only that, but I want you to tell me what you enjoyed the most. What was the biggest benefit of you actually prioritizing your life over your business? And just comment, let me know, because I want to have a conversation about this. Having been a health and wellness expert for the last 2 decades, as well as an entrepreneur, I'm interested to get your feedback and see how well and how fast you're able to level up and show up in your business. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you want more great content just like this.